I'm Kim Coleman. I'm an associate professor at the University of Vermont in the Rubenstein School of Environment and Natural Resources, and I direct the Parks, Recreation, and Tourism program here at UVM. And I do a bunch of teaching and research that looks at the way that people spend time outside in natural resources and then connect with the landscape and make decisions about it. Increasingly, the way that people interact with forests is recreation. That's true for me and my family, but it's true for a lot of people. And so people derive a lot of meaning from forest landscapes because of the way they recreate in these spaces. It's the way they connect to them. I derive a lot from recreation in the outdoors. It's a huge part of my life. It's the way that I connect to my friends and my community and my family members. That's a really important thing to study and to understand how pressures like COVID or climate change might be shaping those experiences, and then how the changing of that experience might funnel back into those decisions about landscape level management, conservation efforts. I think leisure and recreation is a big part of people's lives. It's a major way that people make meaning about the landscape around them, and it's susceptible to outside pressure. So climate change is changing snow in Vermont. That's changing the way that people recreate in the winter. And all this funnels back into how people connect to place and the landscape around them, and then make choices about maybe the management of their private land or how they weigh into the management of public land, and ultimately maybe their support for conservation efforts. I think understanding that complicated socio-ecological system of how people connect to a landscape and make sense of it, and how recreation shapes that, but then how external pressures might disrupt that recreation and in turn sort of impact people's perspective on the landscape. That dynamic is really important to understand, because it can help land managers really think about what management priorities are to serve a diverse public, and how that might be changing if we think about the realities of climate change. And I think for a state that's so sort of invested, for lack of better language, in outdoor recreation, both as part of who Vermont is as a state, right? Like the culture of Vermont, but also how big the outdoor rec economy is for our GDP. I think these are really important considerations for managers and policymakers.